I discovered the big secret last time. Right at the very end. I discovered the big secret about what the heck happened to these four people. They're alive in Africa. That's the secret. Don't tell anyone. Okay, so I only have one unidentified Indian man. I wonder if I can easily deduce who that is, just based on racial profiling. Hmm. I was thinking it might have been one of the disappearances rather than one of the deaths. How many Chinese men do I have left? I have 3. And supposedly there is a way to differentiate them, so I'm saving them. I'm not gonna try to make any big guesses. I guess it's possible that this guy could be Chinese, but I don't see it. I originally thought he might have been the ship's steward as well. Wait. No, wait, if I think that makes it true. Like, I could lock in all of the people on the... I could lock in all the people in Africa, but I don't want to do that, because I kind of want to use them to give me a little bit of buffer for locking people in. I think I'm going to continue the assumption that that guy is the Indian gentleman. I really want to work this guy out. This guy has been... I have no reason to believe that he's a top man versus a seaman. And I don't know how to deduce it. But I guess that's what we're here for today, right? That's what we're here to do. I believe him to be one of the remaining Chinese men. He's one of the remaining Chinese men. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the last one was in the bargain. So, let's see. This guy is... Nope, not him. So, Philip Dahl is in the bargain. And the third mate is in the bargain. Yeah, I'm not allowed to lock him in. Wait, the guy Nichols shot? What are you talking about? Alright, so where do I want to go right now? What do I want to work on? I'm missing names for a lot of people. This guy is a complete fucking mystery to me. Let's see if I can figure out any information about him. I keep seeing him pop up all over, and I've made literally no headway on figuring him out. Let's go for this one. So that's him. Not helpful. So I'm seeing him with John Naples, the third mate. And another guy I can't identify. I keep seeing these two together. Yeah, it's a really cool monochrome 3D game. There's no shading, it's all dithering. It looks really impressive. Okay, so I found him in that memory. Then he's in this one. Okay, so during this, where did my guy go? He's helping to bring the thing off of the boat. So Lars is lending a hand now. But our two guys are still moving this thing.
It's a pretty shelly, eh? Let's have a look. Move! Get back!
Yeah, this is all about solving one big mystery, so I could recommend you try it out for yourself, in which case you might want to not watch. He can actually be found in that one scene? I guess I never spotted him. I didn't realize he was in that scene. Okay. I don't think I ever noticed them still bringing this thing down here during this. I'm not sure how much that helps, but I think this is like a bit I never really paid attention to.
All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think.
Yeah, it's all going up on YouTube, so you can catch it. About an hour's worth of it is releasing per day on my YouTube. Have I figured out how I'm going to deny their claim yet? If I can just show that everyone killed each other, then rather than being able to pay out their insurance claim, I can just find their families. Which is my current plan. Yeah, the big picture story is certainly not, I think you probably get the full picture of what happened on the boat within the first, like, few hours. The rest of the game is just identifying each person and figuring out their little, small stories. Do terrible beasts count as an act of God? Good question. Yes, foreign invaders do not, but, monstrous beasts do, so... I never noticed that the crabs are coming over the line right now during this part when he gets electrocuted. Yeah, so the whole picture of the game is less about figuring out what happened to the ship. We know what happened to the ship. It was attacked by several mythological beasts. A kraken, these mermaids, giant demons riding spider crabs. It's really more about figuring out their little internal stories. So, you know, this person kills this person, and you have to figure out that that happened, and it's not obvious. So he was there, but he was probably one of the people on the ship's, on the boat's surface. He was here as well, but I don't know how much that's going to help me. I mean, I'll look into it again, but I'm not sure I'm getting much out of this one. Where's my guy? Is it this one over here? Yeah. Okay, so I gotta find my guy. Not him. That's the bosun's mate. Yeah. This is one of my two guys. Apparently this guy's here though. Where is he? Oh, that's him. Okay. And this is after the electrocution. He's falling off the... How did all of these guys get down so fast? That's one issue I have. Is in the previous scene. Okay, so look at all the people who are down here. This previous scene was likely only moments earlier because he's falling at this point. But, like, all these guys are up here. This guy's gotta be a topman because he's up in the rigging, right? Am I remembering correctly my glossary? Topman, above the deck in the sails and rigging, and manual labor on and below deck. But aren't all the Chinese men topmen? Yeah, that doesn't help me. God. Do you have like a tag on your shirt, man, or something? What is he doing? What is the Persian guy doing up here? He's like barely holding on. I'm not sure what he's got going on. Okay, this guy's up in the rigging too. That might actually narrow it down for me. I'm gonna see if I lock in something else if that confirms, because he's in the rigging, so he's got to be correct. Who else have I got that I can lock in, or someone else I'm close with that I can finish off? He's one of these two. He's either Alexander Booth or George Shirley. Does someone at some point mention George Booth and Alexander Shirley? Because that would really help me differentiate between them. And then all I'd have left is the Chinese men. I'd have everything done except for the Chinese men, I think, at that point. Oh, he was shot by the bosun's mate, right? We figured that one out. At least I thought I did. Oh, I think I also contemplated the possibility that he was actually considered to be speared or spiked by a terrible beast, right? His is the one where he gets like shot through the wall, and I was pretty convinced that the guy that I had pinned that on was the bosun's mate. Was I really wrong? Let me go down and investigate that, because I think that one I'm actually closer on than I'm giving myself credit for. The only other possibility is that this guy is Indian, and he's actually the ship's steward. He was! Well, I finally deduced this guy. It took me a long time to get there. So that means that this guy is likely to actually be the fourth mate's steward. He must be Davy. That would make sense because I think in the picture he's standing next to the fourth mate, right? Yeah. Okay. Why did that not occur to me? The book's magic. Book's haunted. Yeah, I still don't want to brute force the Chinese men's identity, though. I really, really would like to do it properly. I've been told there's a puzzle, and I hate the idea of not doing a puzzle. So, third mate, I'm not going to be able to solve. He is. I'm pretty much guaranteeing you he's in the bargain. Let's see. Miss Jane Bird, I know that one already. I'm just refusing to lock it in yet. Fourth Mate Stewart, I know. I'm just refusing to lock it in. Alexander Booth and George Shirley are the ones I'm uncertain about. I've left 2 Englishmen unaccounted for. And it's almost certain... Like, I could probably guess. You know, just like, pick one or the other. But there's almost certainly a way to choose. Or there's almost certainly a way to deduce, right? Yeah, I only want to have to figure out 2 at a time, and then I'm going to use the ones I know to hard lock them. So these 2, one of these is George Shirley, and the other is Alexander Booth. There's no punishment for fucking up, it just doesn't lock into your right. Yeah, I've only got 2 things left to solve, really. I've got to solve the Chinese men, and I need to solve Alexander Booth and George Shirley. Let me figure out how the guy that I haven't identified yet died. I think that's... because I have one of them identified, but I don't have the other one. One of them died to decapitation from the beast. From the crabs. This guy died from decapitation from the crabs. But the other one was a disappearance, so I actually am going to have to figure out where he went. And I'm almost certain he disappears... Oh no, it's this guy, not the other one. This guy and... Where's the other one? Did he actually disappear way earlier and I didn't even notice? He's not part of the bargain. I'm almost certain he's not part of the bargain. So he was in these. He's here. So where did he disappear? He's in 6. And he's in 7. He must have disappeared in 7 or died in 7. I'm not sure. This must be his death. Yeah. Did I just never really figure that out in this scene? Like, was I really not paying enough attention to account for another person's death once I saw one happen? You taught this game this year? What did that entail? I'm interested. Yeah, I've still got the final chapter. This game does a pretty masterful job of storytelling, I feel like. I've been genuinely impressed at how good of a job it does of storytelling in the way that it does. Is he like out the window or something? Maybe that's how I'm missing him. Oh wait, is this him? No, that's the already dead guy. I'm actually confused. I've actually overlooked an entire person this whole time. Yeah, I think it intentionally teaches something clever. Okay, so was that the other guy that was standing in front of the cannon? Because he got fucking blasted in the next week, if so. Like, there's literally nothing left of him at that point, if so. Let me go back to the previous death and see where he was at the time. I'm pretty sure he was the guy who was hugging the cannon. I'm pretty sure he was the guy hugging the cannon nozzle. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, yeah. Not a good look. He might have gotten shot into the next room. So where is he in this scene? He could be outside, but I don't really see him outside. Common sense suggests he got knocked into the next room, but the hole doesn't seem big enough for a body to have gone through it. He could just be that blood splatter. You know what I mean? Like, there's a very real possibility he is just that blood splatter. Well, given the available evidence, I feel like the game has to accept, he got fucking owned. Can I go up a deck? Is there a staircase I have access to? Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, the stairwell up is off limits to me. Is outside of this memory. I think that's probably the right answer, that he is now in much smaller pieces in very many more locations. So that's what I'm going to roll with. But, one oopsie is, who the fuck is he? You know? You know? Alright, let's maybe take one step back and go back to the guy on the shitter. Was that a dab? You know it. More lorem ipsum, great. Good stuff. So this is the quarters for the midshipmen? That doesn't make sense. He's not a midshipman. The guy I'm speculating it is. I mean, maybe I'm just way off base about who this guy is. What is the mystery here? How do I figure out who is Alex and who is George? Presumably this is intended to be a conundrum, because I feel like these people sort of pair up in this way very often, where they're difficult to distinguish between and there's just some asinine way to differentiate them. Well, if I could find someone who says, "Hey Alex," then maybe. Can't believe I figured out that that guy was the purser just because he was holding books. Can you believe that books are what gave him away as being a total fucking nerd? So... maybe I just need to move forward through the cutscenes after he dies and see if anyone mentions one of their names, because it may clue me into who died. But he dies so late. He dies in the Doom. Yeah, no conversation there. I can find him in the purser's office during the crab battle. Oh, really? I didn't even remember there being a purser's office. I guess there was, wasn't there? Well, you know.
What? That was an accident. No probes. Wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing. Lies. Oh, I shouldn't have waited so.
Well, I mean, the map tells me. I should have paid more attention. I remembered certain locations, but not all of them. I mean, I determined who was the carpenter and the carpenter's mate accidentally incorrectly based on them being in the carpenter shop, so. Well, I think we can agree that the guys holding books is not compelling evidence for him being the purser. I took a gamble and it locked in.
Don't.
Just having a really hard time finding him in some scenes. This is the most useless scene of them all. There's 22 people present in it, and you can only find 6 of them. Man, this is a bummer. I can't seem to figure out... I want there to be a way to hint, to receive a hint at how to deduce the solution without someone telling me how to deduce the solution. Yeah, Brad, if you have an actual tiny nudge, because I don't want to lose this, yeah, tell Brad, and Brad can decide what he wants to tell me. I don't want to lose the puzzle here. But I kind of want... Numbers matter? Oh my god. Is that really... The numbers have mattered this whole fucking time? If you are telling the truth, I'm gonna be pissed off in just about a second. I'm gonna be so pissed if Brad's not completely fucking lying. In this case, I'm actually hoping that's not the puzzle, because it's a stupid puzzle. It's not even a puzzle. I'm real mad. $57. Oh my god, the numbers. And 56. The numbers. Am I reading it wrong? $45. Actually, I must have a piece of this wrong then. His must not be shot with cannon. Okay, maybe it's actually something else I just have wrong. God, if you knew that piece of information from the beginning of the game, this game would have gotten real easy if I'm on the right track. I actually still feel satisfied that I completed that puzzle more or less. Because it was like... I don't know, I feel like I was already on the right track, that the numbers were meaningful. Where did all the cots go? I assumed he was sleeping here, but I guess he wasn't.
What's your tin?
Hey there, what's this? Give me tea and I can fry us a solid meal, boys.
Do I just have them backwards? Is that what it's gonna come down to? So my guess is that that's also how you deduce the identities of the Chinese men. Just need to figure out where their cots are. Which is like non-trivial. Because when they're in their cots, you can't just identify them. And now I'm suddenly understanding why that is. Right? Because otherwise you'd be like, ah, that guy is in cot number whatever, I figured it out.
Take it slow.
What's it, gentlemen? It's a pretty shell here. Let's have a look.
Like the aha moment for discovering how to figure out who these people are and what happened to them, that was satisfying. Figuring out that everyone's beds are numbered, not terribly satisfying. Yeah, but without that information, Brad, you absolutely solved them by brute forcing. There's no way that you figured out which Chinese man was which without brute forcing. 0% chance if you didn't use that information. Alex and George both were both from England. So he's here somewhere. So I want to find the bunks of all the Chinese men. That's what this scene is for. This scene is for finding out where each numbered bunk is. This is a perfect scene for that. This whole time, I've been sleeping on this scene. I've been thinking the scene was more or less pointless, and it's not. It's actually one of the most important scenes of the entire game. Well, based on all available evidence, it was pointless, but... one of the 3 Chinese top men don't require the hammocks. I'm interested in finding out what clue I'm missing. Once I finish, I'm interested in knowing. Okay, so the men we're looking for are what numbers? 38, 39, and 41.
Sayed? Sayed Uto! Good Beal!
Are there articles of clothing slightly distinct so that I can spot them after the fact? This guy has slippers on. This guy has boots on. This guy has slippers with like dark socks. Bet that's how I have to figure this out. I'm gonna make a little note to myself real quick, and we're gonna crack this puzzle wide open. They're wearing shoes to bed to help me. Thank you. It's 38, 39, and 41, right? I'm looking for 38, 39, 41. So 39 is the one with the Beetlejuice socks. .38 is the one with cross slipper feet. Slippers. And 41. This is big ass blocky shoes. I don't know. I can't really. They look like complete boots. Or maybe they're just socks. Like from this angle, I'm getting a completely different look than from the other angle. They're not the same thing. I guess because I'm in shadow on this side. I need to not take what I'm seeing in shadow as the truth. The bunk at the end. This guy down here. One of the guys has his arm hanging out. Oh, it's a tattoo! What the fuck? 37? Okay. No, I don't remember it, but now I'm understanding what the big clues I was missing were. Alright, now I'm looking around at a lot of men's shoes. If you're wondering what I'm doing, it's getting a real good look at some people's shoes. Okay, this guy is straight up wearing the slippers, so this guy is definitely 38. And by definitely, I mean I'm speculating slightly. The shoes are obscured in the artist drawing. I didn't even think about that. It only locked in 2 on that one. I guess for the last 4, it locks in pairs of 2. Because the last 2 remaining are in the... Is this guy Beetlejuice socks? Oh, that guy's Beetlejuice socks for sure. If I've ever seen a guy wearing Beetlejuice socks, that's him. This mystery is no match for me. Cool. Well, it was a good game. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Wei Li is the last Chinese man to die. You can ID it because he's alone in the hammocks. Interesting. No sock BS required? Get out of my house. I will absolutely look at people's socks if I choose to.
We should go. Storm's nearly around, so we won't be coming back.
Yep, Colonel Panic, there's absolutely nothing left in this game. Except for the fact that there's an entire chapter that has been hidden from us this whole time.
Fall out.
You did, Katarani. I figured it out all by myself with literally no help from anyone else. You're damn right I keep the pocket watch. That pocket watch whips ass. Thump. 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 If you mark people as falling overboard, they get fined. That's funny. Falling overboard is technically abandonment of duties.
you believe it? A package at this hour.
A package?
The thing smells just dreadful.
Not a letter.
Don't open it
A
inside.
package.
I'll be turning in now. Tea's in the kitchen if you need more.
This is interesting. I write to you with the unfortunate news that Dr. Evans has passed away. He succumbed to his illness shortly after receiving your package. He was very pleased with your correspondence and asked that gratitude be expressed by returning the book to you, along with the means to complete it. As for the three of us that remain, the Obra Dinn is a distant memory and a dreadful chapter in our lives that we wish to forget. Do not write back. Is this a key to that lock? Am I going in the locked room? A monkey paw? Is the bargain open now? Oh boy. Well, here we go. Just kidding.
There you are. Collect your things. Where's the key? To that door. Gone. There's no time. We need to go. Right. What are you up to? Nothing good.
Huh. Oh, Evans was locked in. Or out? Locked out. Philip was locked in. No, not the monkey! He shot the monkey! You son of a bitch. What the fuck? I'm actually pissed. Well, you got spiked, but I'm gonna be real with you. You had it coming, bud. Oh, still not allowed to mark you as spiked? Well, fine.
A third shell. The captain didn't toss them all. Leave it. Help me lift this. Stop! Why? Well, set you free. Give it the shell. Here. Do it. Hoist it out. To the main deck. Throw it over. Lock the door when you leave. Get the
So they release the mermaids?
You return. The ship. The Obra. See it home.
Not sure that's an unknown fate. That's Spike to my way of thinking. Oh.
I'll kill every last one of you monsters. Withdraw the Kraken, or I will kill you all! Ah!
Oh man, the captain fucking went in. Why is the captain locked in here? Yeah, I remember. So he got what was coming to him.
Your Kraken! You brought it here! Send it back!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What's this? Quicksilver. Herre min Gud!
What? Yep. Hand's not looking so good. Yeah, I figured poisoned would have worked as well. I figured poisoned or burned would have worked, since burned and electrocuted worked for the chest previously. Yeah, it could have been better. I'm not too disappointed, but it was very good. I enjoyed the game. Really? What's the achievement called? Like, technically correct or something? So just every single time you're asked to provide a name of who did something, you just say the captain? Aw, Slice, you're sweet. It was a really fun game. I really enjoyed that. I've already played The Witness. I'm a witness expert.